If you're an owner of the B6.1 or the B6.1D, this upgrade video is for you. The B6.1 platform is one of the most popular platforms out there, and because of that, there are so many option parts to choose from. Just in the AMain Hobbies parts category for either of these kits, there's like 800 to 900 different parts in those categories. So in this video, we're gonna go through some of the simple upgrades, some of the practical upgrades that you can do to either of these platforms to help with durability, to help you reduce weight if you're a stock racer, or help with your performance / tuning. So the very first upgrade that we're gonna talk about is probably the simplest one that you can do, and it's just adding a chassis protector to an aluminum chassis. Now these are my favorite protectors right now. These are the thick slice bacon wrap from AMain. These are a thick piece of vinyl with this cool bacon theme going on. They're sweet and salty. Now these are of universal size, so they're gonna need to be cut out, but they're super rad. But for today's video, I think we're gonna set the bacon aside and we're gonna go with the J-Concepts pre-cut chassis protectors. There's 2 in this bag. They fit either of these platforms, and they also include this extra kind of skid plate sticker for the bottom of your chassis here. Very good upgrade to do first thing on that chassis. Now the next upgrade we're gonna talk about is just a fan mount and a fan. Now with this summertime heats coming up and the heat of competition taking hold, cooling down your motor is a really good idea. Now this is just a clamping fan mount that goes all the way around your 540 size can, and it clamps. It has a little mount to mount your 30 by 30 by 10 millimeter fan. Now this Racing fan is super nice. It's HV 8.4 volt compatible. You have this long lead. It puts out really high RPMs, and it's a great way to cool down your motor. Now the next set of upgrades are aluminum steering upgrades. The stock steering parts on these kits are plastic. They work fine, but plastic can break, plastic can flex, especially under high temperatures. So we're gonna recommend that you replace those plastic parts with aluminum upgrades that are gonna stay stiff, rigid, and they're just gonna kind of tighten up the steering assembly. These are the bell cranks. This is the steering rack, and then this is a team associated specific servo horn. There's a lot of different companies that are making these aluminum upgrades and in different colors. The next option parts are kind of for tuning. This is the brass bulkhead. This provides 30 grams of weight to the front. It still also provides 25 degrees or 30 degrees depending on how you orient it. But this extra weight at that very front of the vehicle is gonna help when you have tons and tons of traction, and maybe you just need to keep the front end a little bit more down. This could help out a lot. The next brass upgrade are these Lipo battery weights from Reedy. There's 2 weights in here. One's 22 grams and the other's about 30 grams, but you can add these underneath your Lipo battery, and the idea is they're extremely thin, so it keeps the center of gravity low at the lowest point at the chassis, and they're just good for tuning aids if you need it. Another good tuning aid are these B6 front going arms. Now these are the exact same arms that come in the kits, except they're made from a hard material. The design, the geometry, it's all the same, but the material they're made out of is a hard composite that's gonna eliminate flex. It's gonna keep the front end tight. They're extremely good to have in really high traction applications or when ambient temperatures are really high. Now our last set of upgrades are really for you 17.5 stock racers, you guys who are just looking to trim the fat, make your car as lean and efficient as possible. So the first upgrade we have for that are these MIP pucks. These are the 67 millimeter bone pucks. They are aluminum drive shafts. It's a really nice system to eliminate some of that rotational mass weight out of your system. Now these pucks may be the most expensive accessory in this set, but they're really invaluable to the stock racer. Going with that theme of reducing rotational mass, this is the Polypro pinion from 175RC. These things are extremely popular because they're so darn lightweight. This weighs about a gram. It's a hybrid pinion gear They're available in a variety of tooth counts. They're only available in 48 pitch, but they're fantastic for the stock racer, only for use with 17.5. The next lightweight item we have are these J Concepts fin turnbuckles. These things are beautiful as much as they are just practical to have. Titanium is very strong. It's not as strong as steel, but it's pretty darn close for what it weighs. Now these fin turnbuckles are finned. They look good. The way they are, they're easy to adjust. They're directional, so you know which way you need to turn them, and it's good weight to drop those grams. The last item we have to help you shed some weight are these Avid titanium wing buttons. Now these maybe aren't so practical, but these are offered in so many different varieties and flavors and colors that they add a little bit of bling to the car, and they are titanium, so they are gonna shed weight for you, but that's the last piece of shed weight, maybe a little bling in there for those simple upgrade ideas. So one last tip though, before we leave you guys, head on over to AMain Hobbies, go to the product page for either of these vehicles and click on the resource tab. Now in that resource tab, we have the pill chart. It's the CD pill chart, I believe it is. We have the full PDF that you can download and save on your computer, and on that resource tab is also the mobile version of that PDF. So go check out that PDF, download it to your mobile device, keep it on your mobile device, and it's there whenever you need it. It's super handy to have that, and it's free. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want any more info on any of these items, we'll have some links down below. And if you want to leave us a question or a comment, please do that down below. My name is Brett from AMain Hobbies, and thanks for watching.